Hey, what's up? My name is Nick, and you're listening to At the Pulse.
Jesus Christ is coming back.
All right, man. Jay Anderson in the house.
Hey, what's up, Nick?
The best hair in the history of Pulse. Jay, we've been friends since 2003.
Yeah.
Little history. How did we meet? Where did we meet?
Yeah, we were in Oklahoma City, Billy Graham Crusade. My dad was leading the operations for that event.
And we were both in college.
Both in college.
Neither of us lived in Oklahoma City.
It's crazy.
So we had both road tripped it to Oklahoma City as college kids.
You came the week of. I was there for a couple months before, helping my dad get things set up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've been friends since 2003. And it started. I met you and you were thinking about working with another evangelist.
Yeah.
And so our initial meeting was I liked you and I was jealous of the other evangelist.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. And so, but let's just start by tell me a little bit about yourself. Who is Jay Anderson?
Yeah. So, born in Minnesota. Was there for a couple years, and then my family moved all around the country because my parents worked for the Billy Graham Association. It was just quite a journey, lived in 12 different states in 13 years, came back to Minnesota when I was 14, went to high school, and just got acclimated into a city here in the Twin Cities.
So your family worked for the Billy Graham team. So did you actually get to hang out with Billy Graham sometimes?
Yeah, the time that he actually came into the city was the week of the crusade. Okay. So that was really the main time. And then also over the summer, each summer they had a kind of like a team picnic that we all got to hang out.
But I've seen pictures of you as like a little kid sitting with Billy Graham.
Yeah, that's kind of a wild story. So I never remembered this, but like I literally waited in line one time to say hi to Billy Graham. And I was the last person at this picnic. I had a couple different pictures throughout the years with him.
Sitting in a golf cart?
Yeah, that was another time at a crusade on a golf cart. I never got to drive Billy Graham's golf cart, but I got to sit in the golf cart with him. They didn't trust me at the age of like 10 or 12. So
I love it. So today we're going to get back to the Billy Graham story and your family story. But today are you single? Are you married? What's that situation like? Yeah,
I went to college. Met my wife there, Steph. We've been married for 20 years. We have 3 kids, 13, 9, and 11.
And a dog.
And a dog, yeah. We got a dog. I got sucked into the dog life about a year
we're going to
ago.
get a little dog.
Yeah, grew.
And it's a very big dog.
Twice as big. Those poodle doodle, whatever you call those things.
It's a big dog. I know because the dog comes to my house and I'm like, I don't know if I can let this dog in my house.
It'll terrorize.
Yes. Okay. So a little bit about you. Okay. So let's talk about just some simple things. Are you a early bird person or a night owl?
Yeah, I'm definitely a night owl.
Okay.
Just love, just hanging out and just with my kids, and we actually stay up later sometimes than my wife. So
yeah, and I know that you stay up very late. He'll text me very late, asking me work questions late, or come over and it's like, Jay, I'm in bed. And I'm a late night person, so that says something. Do you like coffee, or what's your favorite drink?
Yeah.
Are you a coffee drinker?
I'm not a coffee drinker.
Have you ever drank coffee?
Never drank coffee.
Never drank coffee.
It's wild.
Do you drink energy drinks?
At times, yeah.
Okay.
Only when I need to keep moving at the pace of Pulse. So
There we go. Okay. So do you like fast food or nice restaurants?
I'm more of a Chipotle, Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Yeah, fast food.
Chick-fil-A. Okay. Introvert, extrovert.
I'm definitely more on the extroverted side.
You're for sure the extrovert side. I think a life book of you is going to be titled Waiting for Jay. Because it's the story of all the people who have been waiting for you to leave someplace because you're making a deal or leading somebody to Jesus.
So are you writing that book, or is my wife writing that book?
It'll be a co-authored work. And your kids will be involved as well.
I'm sure.
Actually, there's a lot of people who will be involved in the Waiting on Jay. There's a lot of co-authors, a lot of testimonies. Okay, worst job you ever had?
That's a good question. I've honestly really liked all my jobs.
Yep, you're a very positive person.
Yeah, I would say when I started a mowing lawn company when I was in high school, and when I'm playing soccer and then also having to do like 12 yards in a week, it just got a lot for me. So actually my dad helped me throughout those those seasons.
Help mow?
Yeah, mow the yards.
Wow.
I don't remember if he got the money or if I got the money, or if I got a percentage. But
we may need to talk to Jeff and see about if you're owed something. Okay, so I want you to talk about, because you're so positive. Tell me about what makes you mad.
My kids are in that season right now. I think when I'm really trying to, just ask them to do something and then they don't do something, man, it hits a different part of me that I'm just really asking God for some help for right now. In this season.
Okay, so just things that kind of unnerve. It's
just the
things that you can't control.
disrespect.
Yeah, it's tough. Being a parent, for those of you that aren't parents, you will experience the joy of little humans that you give everything to, and don't thank you for any of it. Yeah.
That's a really good description.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about when the times we've been in the car when you've gotten pulled over by the police. My favorite thing about some of my favorite memories of you is like you are always trying to work a deal.
Yeah.
Like you're always like, hey, can we figure something out? Can we work something out?
Yeah.
Do you remember the time we got pulled over and you had the cone under your tire?
Yeah, that was
Jen
wild.
Porter.
I'm just like, how did that even get there?
Yeah. Jay had driven over a car. The cone is wedged into the rental.
Yeah.
And anyway, we don't need to go into detail about that. So Jay, what's your role at Pulse? What do you do here?
Yeah.
Other than be the official, front man. We're together in a boy band, I think.
You're great. Yeah. I mean, I came on, 15 years ago or so, and just really helped on the just partnership side of things.
You're the
and also,
longest tenured employee at Pulse.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Came on, directed some events and worked on just national partnerships. But right now where God has me is really helping with leading our evangelistic campaigns department. So any evangelistic outreaches that Pulse does.
Yep.
So I lead that team. So
Jay's very humble. He leads every evangelistic event that happens at Pulse.
Yeah.
All the people kind of flow up under you, and you are a great guy, and your team loves you. And a lot of that comes from just what you've seen in your life, right? So let's go back, family background. Some of us come from difficult situations. You come from a family that's like, it's like out of a postcard, it can seem like. Parents love each other, been married. Your parents have been married for
46
years. Your dad came to faith through Billy Graham as a teenager.
Yeah, watching a Billy Graham crusade on TV.
Yep.
That's wild.
So the ministry of evangelism has kind of like encompassed everything about you.
Yeah, he gave his life to Christ through the television program.
Yep.
And then he said, one day, like, I feel like I'm going to work for him.
Okay. And then he started, not in a big job.
No, he started in the mailroom for Worldwide Pictures, delivering like film.
So we're in downtown Minneapolis now. Like a mile from us is where the Billy Graham team was headquartered for 50 years. Yeah. They had a whole department for film and movies, and because they were just trying to reach people.
Yeah.
So your dad goes and works in the mailroom.
And actually, throughout that time, he met my mom. She was the receptionist there.
Okay.
And then also was going to college at the same time.
Little work crush. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And then he works his way up from the mailroom to being a director of Billy Graham Crusades.
Yeah. Yeah. He worked in the Crusade office, taking care of everybody's expense reports.
Okay.
And then they asked him to go out on the road.
That's important for me to know that he can do an expense report. That's information I'm going to hold against him going forward. So your dad becomes a director, and then how many crusades did he direct, or do you know how many crusades he was a part of?
Yeah, he was a part of over 60. He was doing 2 a year. Okay. So Billy Graham, Franklin, and Will. Okay. He did about 60.
Okay. So 60 crusades, and then you grew up then. So you're born into this system in life. And how young were you when you guys started moving?
Yeah. So I was born in 82, 84, we moved to California.
Okay.
That was the first one, and we did that until 96.
Okay. So for 12 years, your family is picking up and moving how often?
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
So basically explain that. Like why would a family move? What would the role be?
Yeah. So every year the crusade is typically in the summer.
Okay.
So the event the outreach gets done in the summer, and then we would actually pick up and move throughout that summer and move to the new city that was already prepped and ready for my dad to take the lead and direct.
Okay.
So
and then he's kind of helping lead churches, lead trainings, lead this team. How big is the team at this time? Every local team.
There's probably about 15 to 18 that moved with us, and then we hired about another 15 or so a little over 30 for each Crusade city. And then he also led the different leadership teams that were there locally. Yeah. And then his team also helped with some of those local teams as well. So
I think for all of us that have seen big videos of these crusades and stadiums filled and asked, why can't I fill a stadium? Why is my event so small? Well, you don't have 20 people picking up and reorienting their lives for a whole year.
It's an incredible preparation phase, because you have a whole team of like 3 or 4 people that are doing all the groundwork before even my dad or another director were to take the city. Yep. And really that person that led the groundwork before, they would do a kickoff event and then give that over to my dad or a director with several hundred pastors and leaders in a room.
So give me a memory, like if there's a favorite memory or something when you think back of that time, that's like a positive memory.
Yeah. You can easily say that, like it's all for the moment, and you really are anticipating people praying for, inviting, and bringing their friends.
Yeah. And when you say the moment, it's the moment when the evangelist is making the call, and you're seeing people come forward. Yeah. And so do you remember that as a kid?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's the time that they just say, hey, whatever you're doing at that time, just stop, because this is why you've moved here. This is why your family has given it all for that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's special.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. Anything you resented? Like we hear a lot of stories of people, like the fact that you're a second generation ministry guy, you're still giving your life for this. Yeah. That's not a story that's common. Like there's a lot of stories of the kid whose, mom or dad was involved and now I hate God or I hate the church, or, is there anything you resent from growing up in that way?
I always have thought like the experience was incredible. Like I loved literally my whole childhood. I didn't know anything different. You start at the age of 2. You're moving. Your parents found the church that was good for the kids, the neighborhood that was good for the kids, the school district that was good for the kids. Whenever we moved, the moving company were to, they got our rooms fixed up first and really like set us up well. Yeah. Went around the neighborhood finding friends, and like that's all I remember. Yeah. Like come to think of it now, it's just like, man, there was just no break. Like it was you get done with the outreach event in this earlier summer and then you move. I mean, we always said our vacations were moving from city to city, and we would
sounds super relaxing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just was a lot on our family. Yeah. I didn't know it. Yeah. Like I was just a kid. My parents did a great job.
Yeah. But your mom was carrying a lot.
My mom was carrying a lot. My dad was, carrying a lot too. Yeah. I would say, my family, like we were built for that, but it was still,
there's a cost.
There's a cost.
Yeah. And I think you've seen that cost, I think even your parents have seen that cost, because as you've gotten older, your dad has had, he's been this amazing guy. Yeah. But he's gone through some struggles. Yeah. Like even like the exhaustion, the burnout, like after decades of doing this. Yeah. He's pretty public about, he went through a season of real.
Yeah. With the Graham team for 39 and a half years. And then, his season came to an end, and it was really tough on him just emotionally, and just, I think he just worked a ton, and just kind of burnt out, some depression. And it was just tough on the family for a number of years. Yeah. So I wouldn't say like I've quite like processed it all. Yeah. We've seen a ton of like, just growth, and I would even say like just a ton of like healing from it, but I haven't been through like a whole, kind of processing through it to really kind of get to maybe 100% health.
I think one of the things though, Jay, that you and I would say has marked our friendship, because we've kind of lived in the in-between generations. Yeah. Right. We have this past generation of like giants. Yeah. Like these people picked up and moved and gave it all and oh, I was gone 150 days a year and I was gone 300 days a year. And,
Right.
and that was like what we grew up like thinking these people are superheroes.
Yeah.
Right. And then we now are trying to become men, and we've seen the negative of a lot of this. Like you hold the positive and the negative. Like the positive is look at what God did.
Yeah.
Millions of people came to Jesus. The negative is there was a real family cost.
Yep.
And I think we're in a generation that's like, how do I be faithful in ministry, but not lose the very people I love
100%.
in the process?
Yeah.
Right. And I think you and I have talked about this a ton.
Yeah. And I would even say, like, I mean, Steph, my wife, has just done an incredible job just like trying to rein things back and just like ask the questions like, do you really need to do this? Do you really need to go there? And just like making sure that we're really trying to keep our family like, apprised to all this because of what we've seen from my parents in the past and what we're just has experienced with our fam.
So for those people that don't know, like, because we're talking about your family would do these crusades. So what is a crusade?
Yeah.
Like what does that mean?
Yeah, it's really a season, you know, of just rallying the body of Christ together for really something catalytic, and within these that we were a part of a lot.
Yeah.
These Billy Graham crusades in stadiums. So we were to put together local leadership teams, and then they would do really local events. If it's evangelism training, if it's follow-up training, if it's prayer and worship events, if it's pastor and leaders gatherings, and then it would lead to the crusade. But that preparation,
And the crusade is it's all the lead up to a stadium moment. Most of these, when people think of Billy Graham crusades, you could Google it and you'll just see images of masses of humanity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what people see is an event, but when you and I talk about it, we mean this, hey, it's actually a season. Yeah. Right. And in this season, you're seeing hundreds of churches and thousands of Christians uniting, not around politics, not around social issues, which is what we see a lot today.
Yeah.
They're uniting to say, how do we reach our city?
Yeah.
It doesn't go forever, but for a season, these hundreds of churches are like, hey, we're on the same team.
Yeah.
How do we get as loud as possible?
Exactly.
And so that's kind of what we mean when we're talking about a crusade.
Yeah. And Billy Graham always just used to say, like, I mean, 80% of the people that come to a crusade and give their lives to Christ is because they've been prayed for, invited, and actually brought to the crusade. So it's not just Billy Graham goes and just preaches and then all these people give their lives to Christ. It's all the preparation. It's the church rallying together. It's the church encouraging the body to be praying for, bringing and inviting their friends.
Yeah. And we used to say, because I became a trainer for Billy Graham, we used to say, if you say, I don't believe in mass evangelism, say, we don't believe in mass evangelism either.
Exactly.
We believe in personal evangelism on a massive scale.
Yeah.
Right. Because it is driven by friends being friends.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's the thing people miss is it's like, no. This isn't even about an event. This is about trying to get Christians to actually love their neighbor.
Exactly.
This is trying to get Christians to actually pray for their enemy. Yeah. This is about trying to get Christians to actually build a bridge.
Yeah.
And what you see with that crusade is, hey, this has happened.
Yeah.
And the prayer is from that event. Yes, the event is great, but the prayer is that this is a lifetime shift for an individual.
100%.
Where it's like, hey, I've now done this. I can do this. This is now a part of who I am as a follower of Jesus. Actually, that's why I believe in the big events.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the big event. It has to do with the change that can happen. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit more of you finding your faith. We both came to faith at a young age. I came to faith. My mom led me to Christ. What was your story of kind of coming to faith?
Yeah, I was in California right when we started to move. As our first city that we moved to. I was just turned 3. My sister just was born, and in our townhouse. Yeah, and I was asking my parents some questions, and we just knelt down right at the bed, and they just led a little prayer, and I mean that's when I was young. I definitely felt a shift in my life and just like felt like this was something that I wanted to continue to pursue. But then when I was 9, we were up at a cabin and just took a little time away. It was in between a crusade and moving to the next city, and a family gave us a cabin, and that's where I recommitted my life and really wanted to go all in.
Yeah. So. Was there a season, teenage, college years, where there was like a wrestle, or there's the flesh, you don't really have much of a prodigal moment.
Yeah,
but there have been some hard times or temptation or crisis or.
Yeah, so when I was in high school, had some great friends in the church, and we really were close.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd continued to, our close knit continued to break away and then go with the crowd and start to party and stuff like that. God saved me, like I really believe, from all the drinking and drugs and girls. I went to a lot of parties, was tempted in some ways, just even with the eye,
Yeah.
which just wasn't obviously healthy. There was some girls in my life that, I was able to really continue to stay pure, but there was just temptation there that I've had to cut off when I was in high school. But yeah, just something that, definitely not proud of and excited about, but wish that I just never even went down that road at all.
Yeah. I think there's a consistent thing there. And maybe for those that are watching this, if you can think of like, how do I live this out? Right. And maybe a consistent theme in your life and my life is, man, actually it has very little to do with what you do. It has way more to do with who you're around.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So like if you have good, godly people near you, they're going to give you some like buffers. And whether those are youth pastors or college pastors or campus ministry friends, like we are all a product of our community.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you have bad people around you, and that doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they don't point you to Jesus. Yeah. Like it's inevitable that you're going to get sucked down that road.
Yeah. We were all like, athletes and stuff. And we in high school and we just got kind of swayed a little bit, but I mean, we're still definitely talking to people about Jesus, even at the parties.
Yeah.
When I went to college, that's where really, I would say that God, like just the community that I was in, we were like 24/7, like going after
you were living on mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's talk about that. Like a lot of people go to college and it's a time of losing their faith. Yeah. I think for you and for me, that's the time when our faith became alive.
Yeah. It was incredible. I mean, you just have that choice. Like, do you want to, you'll either, go one way or the other. God definitely took a hold of my life and got me around some people right away. Like literally the first 10 minutes that we were on campus, my parents are like, "Hey, do you need anything?" I'm like, "We're good. Like you guys can almost."
Because you found some guys that were like,
they
want to take the campus.
They helped move me in, and they were part of a ministry on campus, and we just we were locked to the hip right away. And that first year got involved in some different discipleship and Bible studies, and then lead in some teams the next year. And it was an incredible experience for those 4 years.
A lot of people ask the question in those years of like, how do I figure out what I'm supposed to do? How do I find who I'm supposed to be married? And I think the answer to that is like, are you following Jesus?
100%.
If you're following Jesus, he says, if you delight yourself in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart. And it's like, ultimately, I'm delighting in the Lord. What he's giving me is more of him.
Yeah.
And as I'm following Jesus, he shows us what to do.
100%.
And he brings us to those people we're supposed to be tethered with.
Yeah.
For instance, you're out sharing your faith.
Yeah.
Going dorm room to dorm room.
Yeah, that was wild.
And you happen to go to a dorm room of a cute girl.
Really cute girl. Yeah. Yeah, Steph. Yeah, she was in a couple of my classes. Wasn't walking with the Lord. She knew about Jesus, but it wasn't.
Were you trying
Christian.
to go to Steph's dorm room, Jay?
I wasn't. Like, that's the crazy thing. We were just in a dorm.
Jay.
No, for real.
Did you know where she lived?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, that was our freshman year.
Okay, so this is innocent.
Freshman year.
Just want to get that on record. This is innocent.
First semester, and I was going out with a couple just friends, and we just came by her dorm and just she was actually crying. We're just like, what's going on? And
she's like, I was wishing a cute boy would come to my room.
She actually just broke up with her boyfriend, like within like 10, 15 minutes. So, I mean, it was pretty emotional.
Did you think at that point, I'm here to answer your...
No, I honestly was. You're crazy. No, I mean, it's kind of like when
hey, baby.
Hey, girl.
I know you've been hurting.
All right. But I think like, I was really committed not to date. Like the first several months, I said a year. But anyways,
I'm totally committed this week. God, I will not date.
But I didn't have any eyes for like girls at that season like that. And so even though she was really cute, like I just didn't even think like that. Then when she gave her life to Christ, yeah, it was like it had just opened up. I'm like, man, I think this could be something.
And there was a lot of guys that had their eyes
There
open.
were several guys, and it was just frustrating me because I was just like, you guys, she just became a believer.
You're
like,
judging
give
them
some
while
space.
you're
Yeah, right.
you're trying to box them out. Guys, I don't think your heart is right. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
That was an interesting season, but God weaned through it all, and yeah, we were able to come together.
Yep. So you end up dating, you become best friends, you end up getting married. I was at your wedding.
Yeah.
I remember, and I remember being there, and Billy Graham's did photography for your wedding.
That was wild. Yeah.
Russ Busby.
Yeah. Cliff Barrows was there. I don't know if you remember
Wow,
that.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did he sing?
No, he didn't sing.
You should have had him MC.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to sing Just As I Am.
Just As I Am. Yeah.
Yep. Just
Dang it,
as I
we
am, I
should've done
take
that.
this vow.
Yeah, he's gone now, so
Yes.
can't get that
So
back.
I want to say, like, a lot of this can sound perfect, but like I know your story, right? So you're called to ministry, you're passionate for ministry. You're like, I'm going to do this with my life. But actually right away as you're in this, and if you think like, who has a story like Jay? Like, hey, you grew up in this, you were part of this for your life, you were trying to do this. Like, if anybody has a resume better than that, I don't know them.
Sure.
But the first ministry job you wanted, they didn't hire you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
because you guys are
wild.
newly married.
No, this was right before we were getting married.
Okay,
so
and you're trying to figure out, what are you going to do?
what are we going to
I'm
do?
supposed to be an adult.
Yeah, I'm interviewing
I'm
for
supposed
like,
to pay the bills.
Yeah. Well, I'm interviewing for like 7-8 months, like after this internship that we did. And
We did the internship together with Luis Palau.
Yeah.
It's another evangelist.
Yeah. And it was great. And
you're like, we're going to move. We're going to go work with Luis Palau.
Yeah, they asked if I could interview with them. And
move to Florida.
Yeah.
Which you look like you could live in Florida.
I love Florida. Yeah. Going there actually next week. But I would say, like, I get this phone call 2 weeks before I'm graduating, a month before I'm married.
Yeah.
Steph was actually in town. She graduated a semester before me.
Yeah.
So we're together. We're actually in Walmart, and I get this call. I'm like, whoa, okay. It was like a minute call. It wasn't long.
Yeah.
I get off and remind you, like, we're getting married in a month, and we're already looking at apartments down in Florida and
It's Orlando.
Yeah. And then
you've already got the Disney pass figured out.
Yeah, and then I'm like, babe, just so you know, I just got off a phone call and I didn't get the job, and we just honestly, like, it shocked us for the first like couple hours. We're still together, like in Walmart. We leave, and then we just took some time and prayed. Like, God,
like you guys are in the swimsuit section at Walmart.
Yeah, right. I have no idea why we were there, but yeah, it was very humbling. I was as a man, like, that's supposed to like provide for my future wife and just have clarity and direction where we're going. Like, I didn't have anything,
Yeah.
So we get married a month later, no job, no clarity even what to do.
Yeah.
The guy that we got this apartment real quick from, he asked Steph if she wanted to paint, some houses that he had. And then I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I went to school kind of in the area of like customer service. So I actually was the front desk person at a hospital for a couple months because this lady just had a baby. And so I worked on the inside, like air conditioned. She's like sweating it out in these like hot, houses painting. And so it's kind of a funny kind of comeback, but then we worked in a high school, like during.
So then you become teachers?
Yeah, we became teachers' assistants. So,
okay.
And we were able to really like, go to work together, hang out together during the evenings. Really minister to people like in the school.
Mm-hmm.
We looked so young then that we actually got, the first week we didn't have any like IDs because we got hired so fast. It was right when school started. So we were like getting sent down to the principal's offices. It was just a wild like first year. But these young people were really like, just like, you guys are married? What's that like? Like, we don't have like, just parents, that love each other and stuff.
Yeah.
So we were able to really.
I think it's encouraging, and this, I would imagine, is encouraging for a lot of people because you think your plan is to jump into ministry.
Yeah.
Like I remember God calls me as an evangelist, and I think people are going to ask me to preach.
Sure.
Nobody's asked me to preach.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a single invitation. I think I'm going to get jobs to travel and do this. And like the only job I can get is working selling cell phones.
Wow.
Or working at a hotel or things I don't want to do. But I think what you learn in those years is that mission isn't confined to being in full-time ministry.
100%.
And I actually believe that God tests your heart, saying, do you actually want to do ministry? Or do you just want to be paid and seen and known?
Yeah.
You know, because you're a minister in the school.
Yeah. And that's the interesting thing. Like, we were just 100% committed. Like, hey, we're going to do this and see what happens. And then literally about a year later, the Billy Graham team asked if Steph and I would want to go on and help Will Graham start to.
So they call you.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't even looking for it. I didn't even have a plan.
Yeah.
Like, it was just God just saying, hey, like, your time is now.
Yeah.
And I never even really thought about it until just now. Like, man, I wasn't looking for it.
Yeah.
Like, and God just opened up a door.
Well, I just think of like Jesus' invitation where he says, if you remain in me and my word remains in you, you will bear fruit.
Yeah.
Right. The fruit isn't dependent on you figuring it out. The fruit is dependent on, are you faithful where you are?
That's really good.
You know? And so it's just like, and again, I think we get this picture of ministry is, oh, this is going to happen, then this is going to happen, then this is going to happen. It's like, no, it's actually way more like, what the crap is happening?
100%.
You know, God, where are you? Do I even know you? Is there sin in my life? You know, I want you to say, like, in these crisis moments, because it's not just that. I mean, your first year of marriage is hard. We don't need to talk about that because I don't want to get you in trouble with your wife.
Yeah.
But you guys like threw over the Christmas tree at one point, right?
Christmas tree, spaghetti fight.
Yeah. So this is all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what you're going to do for a job. You're figuring this out. Then even when you're in ministry, you're moving, and sometimes it's going good and sometimes it's not going good. Your dad battles this season of depression. Your sister almost dies. This is like I'm fast forwarding 15 years. Yeah. But it's like, how does God become real in the hard?
Yeah.
And how has that changed your faith?
Yeah, I think, you know how you just quoted, if he remains in you, or you remain in him, he remains in you. Like, I mean, God was continuing to be in my life. Like, throughout every season, I just continued to, just cry out, like, God, like, there's nothing that I can do to fix this. Like, if it's my dad going through something, if it's my sister. And
we were, and just to paint the picture of your sister, like, we are, I mean, I'm in the emergency room with you guys. Yeah. Your sister is on life support.
Yeah.
They're saying she's going to die.
Yeah. It was wild. And I didn't, like, we were just so fuzzy and so tired and just like so emotional. Like, it was definitely something that, like, God gave you words to tell to us, to tell to the doctors what we needed to do. And
I mean, we like literally decided to move her to a different place,
different hospital.
Yeah.
And if she didn't move, she would have died.
Yeah.
Like, they said that she was one of the sickest people in the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
At that time. It was scary. So,
I mean, I remember the like churches across the city are praying for Amy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I remember we were doing the National Day of Prayer event.
That's
and
right.
and we phoned her in.
Yeah.
And sick Amy, who everybody's been praying for, prayed over the arena.
That's crazy. Thousands of people.
Like, she could barely talk because she had been on a ventilator.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like
I'm
getting goosebumps just remembering that. That was like a wild.
That was a wild 8 weeks.
Yeah,
like,
wild. What's your advice to those that are stuck or scared or in some version of crisis, or they're just not where they want to be?
Yeah. I think definitely the biggest thing is, what are you clinging to? Like, continuing to stay in the Word, continue to pray, continue to seek God each and every day. Like, that was interesting. Like, I was actually just talking to some, what's going on in the Twin Cities right now, just some Somali family at Sam's Club last night. I just said, how are you doing? Like, is there anything that I could help with? And she's just like, I just need to, like, it will pass. It will pass. And I think, like, that word, like, even to the question that you just asked, like, what do you say? What do you do? Like, I think just knowing that, like, God's going to get you through. There's always another day. You just continue to stay faithful to him. And he's going to show you that way out. And that's just the next step. So I'm so grateful, like, just even for this time here, just to remember, just like what I've been through and just how God's sustained me. and just knowing that, yeah, when tough things come up, even with my kids, even the season that I'm in right now, like just knowing that God's going to get me through and just continue to stay faithful to him.
So in your career, right, you are in uncertainty, and then you get hired by the Billy Graham team, right? And you and your wife then you're leading events and you're traveling the country.
Yeah.
And at this time, like I am actually getting asked to come into these cities, which was fun because I'm traveling in and out of cities for Billy Graham and Luis Palau, and most of the time you're staying in a hotel. But if I'm traveling into your city, I'm like, I don't want to stay at a hotel. I'm going to stay with Jay and Steph.
Come on.
And so I'd be on your sofa or in your guest bedroom if you had a guest bedroom, and you'd have little dogs. But at this time, you're rising in authority in a very established ministry.
Yeah.
And then you know me, and I'm like this kind of figuring it out young evangelist. And I ask you, Jay, you know, I have no job security for you. We have no benefits for you.
Yeah.
You know, you were at that time living in British Columbia, which is one of the most beautiful places on earth.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you to move back to the tundra.
Yeah.
Why did you guys say yes? This is 2011, I think. 2010, 2011?
2009 to 2010, yeah. And I came in 2010. You know, like it was just something that we didn't take lightly, you know, with a ministry, with the Billy Graham team, known everybody my whole life.
Yeah.
It was really easy. It was really comfortable. A lot of success, and they were asking me to do some directing for the future, and it was a lot of fun. But I think what really tugged on my heart, like and just what I saw in you over the years, is just somebody that was faithful, that had a call in his life, and that was truly anointed. And I'm like, man, if I could come alongside and pour into the ministry that you started here with Pulse, and be really in the beginning of it, and just even walking alongside you for years to come. I'm just like, why not? Why would I not?
Yeah.
I just really felt like the passion that you had, and just the friendship that we had was just, I'd do anything for it. So that was powerful.
This is maybe a first time I'm sitting here, and this is really hitting me. So when I started in ministry and I traveled with the Billy Graham guys and I got around them, and I learned that Billy Graham and Cliff Barrows and George Beverly Shea had been friends for 50 years.
Yeah.
And they weren't just friends, like they lived near each other. They did life together.
Yeah.
The first prayer that I prayed was, God, would you let there be some core people that I can do this with?
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
and that we can be in life together. And I'm sitting here with you, and you're like a literal answer to that prayer. Jay and I live 5 houses from each other now.
Right.
Our kids are friends.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's been roses. Nobody has annoyed either of us more at work than each other, you know, but it's like, I'm just sitting here like, Jay, you're like, you are such a gift to my life. Like your friendship, your consistency, who you are as a man. You are always telling people about Jesus everywhere you go. And the way you love your kids, the way you minister to the teams that you coach soccer. And I know every kid is getting invited to camps and
church.
So maybe let's just talk, let's talk about that a little bit. Parenting. What does it mean for you as a legacy and as a minister? There's one part of it that's like your job, and then there's one part of it in your life, and then there's another part of it is like, how am I raising these humans to love Jesus?
Yeah. You know, it's a daily, man, just like,
because you have 3 kids,
3 kiddos,
2 boys and a girl.
Yeah.
13-year-old
teenager now, like you know, and
they smell. It's just they went from so adorable to now what? Just please wipe the pee off the toilet seat.
Put on the deodorant, and it's man, daily, like literally, like before I even get out of bed, it's like, God, like I need help, like just continuing to just get wisdom from you on like how to care for these kids, and just how to be on the same page with my wife. As she's home with them a lot more than I am, but yeah.
And that's not just a prayer for you. Like you've been in dad's groups.
Yeah.
Where you're all trying to learn together.
Yeah, no.
You and Steph are trying to read books.
Yeah. We're in books, we're in counseling together. I mean, just yeah, we're going after it, like literally daily. Like it's just a question each and every day. It's like, Steph, how's your heart? Like,
Yeah.
where are you at? Like, how can we help each other,
Yeah.
in this season? Yeah, it's not easy, like as you've experienced at times, but
Yeah, we go to work to get a break.
yeah. Yeah, but I would just say, like, as a parent and just raising these kids, it's just like yeah, our question is like, hey, like, is this something that you feel like God would want you to do? Like, these are the questions, like, we put the question back to them, like when they ask us a question, we're like, hey, do you feel like that's right? Do you feel like this is something that the Lord wants you to do? And that's, yeah. And I would just say, like, these men that are in my life, that you're in my life, like, just so grateful for, like, men that can literally just continue to be praying for me and praying for our family, and
Accountability.
it's huge.
Older people.
Yeah.
People doing it.
No,
together.
you need it. You need it. You need a. I mean, they say it takes a village. It's for real. So
Yeah. Any closing thoughts or words of wisdom that you would say to somebody who's on the journey? I think specifically about those that are young. They want to live a life of purpose. They would love to be married.
Yeah. I would just say God's timing is perfect. My sister, she's 40, never been married. She continues to just trust that.
Which is crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
If you watch this, there's a
really cute,
amazing, loves the Lord.
Yeah. You let me know.
Put your number in the comments.
Yeah. I mean, but just staying faithful, like, to what she believes and what you believe as somebody that maybe wants to be married someday. Like,
and I'll just say of Amy, there's not a season of her life where I haven't seen her changing the atmosphere of where she is.
Oh, she changes the room everywhere she goes, and yeah, God has her hand on her life, and I just think, like, just continue to stay faithful to what God's called you to do. If you feel like you're supposed to be married, God's gonna bring that right person. If you feel like you're supposed to be in ministry, God's gonna bring that right job. But you got to continue to seek Him. Like, you got to continue to seek Him. If you just give up on it, and, like, I was just talking to a guy at the gym yesterday, and he took a step away, and he really truly like said, like, the reason why, like, I wasn't walking with the Lord at that time is I took my eyes off Him. I wanted to pursue other things, and went through a divorce, and just really tough. We had a time of prayer, and it was really good to encourage, but, like, you see it, like, if you don't continue to pursue God, like, there's gonna be things that get in your way, and take you off track. So.
Yeah, it's like, be mindful of what you pursue.
100%.
Because what you pursue, you will get.
Yeah.
So if I'm pursuing Him, I'm gonna get some good things.
Yeah.
But when I take my eyes off, and it's just that subtle drift, how easy it is to, and I think that's just the secret of life. Again, coming back to that words of Jesus, if you remain in me. That's the hardest thing, and it's the easiest thing.
100%.
Get close to Jesus. He's going to work it out.
Yeah. And just continue to find people that you can look up to, and just continue to serve, and just friendships are so helpful, man. You've been a blessing in my life. So
there's something I have thought, and I've said a lot, is your friends are either going to make you more godly or more worldly. And I think there's a gravitational pull in either way.
Yeah.
And you can see this, like, your friend group is, like, pursuing godliness together, or your friend group is moving towards worldliness together.
Yeah. And
I think it's a real question of every season of life of, like, am I becoming more like Him, or is my stuff getting nicer? And it's like, what's the product of my life, and where am I going, and where's my heart? So Jay, why don't you, would you pray just to maybe close our time?
Yeah. God, we just thank you for your love and your grace in our lives. God, we just thank you for just pursuing us. I just pray that each and every day, God, that we can just pursue you, ask for your wisdom, discernment in all that we do and take on. God, we just need to be led by you. We don't want to chase anything that's not in your will for us. And Father, we just thank you for your cross, and just something that we can go to each and every day. So God, we love you and thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thanks for joining us for At the Pulse. Subscribe and follow along for more.